my key takeaways from today's conversation, and like I said, I'm still like grappling with all the things because there's so much that you should take away and adhere to. However, my first takeaway started at the very beginning, and it's something that I have to ensure to do. And the first is, even when you search for information or you look for what we believe to be credible this or that, like, context matters. Taking time to really dig deep and learn about something and learn more about the who, the whats, the whens, the whys in whatever subject makes a huge difference. Because if you don't do that, it can change a perception of whatever topic is. And so I feel like that was actually something that I took away from, like, actively in my own, like, providing of information and things of that nature. Like, context really does matter. So that was like the first takeaway. My second takeaway, and this is specific to the topic of conversation when we're just discussing grief and everything of that sort, is the idea of grief is not linear. And you need to understand that you cannot tick boxes off of how to manage or get quote unquote done with grief. And then that leans itself to my third key takeaway, which was the idea that you never heal from grief, you heal through grief. And the idea that for as long as the person is lost or the loss has happened, which is forever, you will forever also hold space for grief. And you should hold space. And the idea of healing should be a through all, a continuum of work. So there is no point of completion, but rather becoming more cognizant and understanding of what it is that one is going through. And then, is this going to be, I'll say my last, because I always do four. So I'll say my last key takeaway, but there's so many. There's so many. But my last one was the advice you gave your younger self. And I think it's imperative in every aspect, not only when it comes to the concept of loss or just living in general, but be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. Be patient with circumstance. Just allow yourself to be present. And as long as you do the work and you continue to show up, everything else will align itself, I'll say. So those are going to be my key takeaways from today's conversation. I could keep going. You provided me, like, I feel like this was actually a little cathartic and healing for myself. So I don't know why I didn't expect that, but I'm really I'm going through a lot of emotions right here, but in the best of ways. And so I always give flowers. Like, you have been extremely humble in your approach today that I've noticed. And while I understand, and you've said many times, like, you didn't do work because of or for, like, it's just been your journey. You're doing amazing work. I think that you bring a lot of value. I think that there is a lot of good. And this conversation is one that is not necessarily easy or comfortable is the right word, I think. But your approach and your presence and you are just like, I feel like love from, and you seem very like genuine. And I just wanted to share, like, I appreciate you, the work that you're doing. I own Black Mermaid, so I've read your body of work, and I cannot say enough. Like, thank you for your time. Thank you for your heart. Continue. I can't wait to see what you accomplish as life continues. So yeah, just thank you.
Thank you, Lissette. Thank you for having me.
No, absolutely. So as always, guys, sending light, sending love. Bye.